You done? Or are you still playing? Oh shit. Right on. I guess I'm gonna stop too. What's up, 6 viewers in the lobby? I'm actually going to be switching over to another game. My fucking computer froze on me, as it tends to do daily from some fucking reason now. I don't know why. I'm thinking about playing a new game. There's two that I'm looking at right now that I'm about to buy. Yeah, there's one specific talent, I think it's at level 7, that you get. It's called, hold on. Soul Shield. Yeah, level 7. It, Black Soul Stone reduces incoming damage abilities, so... What? What do you want? What do you want? Hmm? Yeah, so Soul Shield is fucking awesome from what I've heard. Can I help you? Making all this dog man noise, huh? What? Yeah, right. What? Where was that? Do you? Alright. I'll be right back. Dog's gotta go outside. I'll be right back. Yeah, I was going to get off, but whatever. Well, I'm amazed it didn't finish. Conversation happened, coffee happened, and 3 hours later, I'm still in the goddamn game. 5 hours later. I told you. I hate it, but I love it. It's a, I don't know, I guess you would call it passion. Maybe you'd call it insanity. I don't know. Alright, so this is what I'm playing right now. Go ahead. Get me way up. Come on. Why you want it? What? Why you want it? You went outside and you got water. What? Hmm? What? 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 I think.
Hello, you've been selected to participate in a short 30 seconds.
No. No music. Main volume. 50%. Graphics. Everything to high. I don't know. I hope so, because that would be fucking awesome, but I do not know yet.
I've
Hello.
got somewhere to.
How?
Oh well, welcome to the
God.
first testing room. Okay, so in your
Oh, we're through.
well, we were supposed to go down the corridor around, but this is fine.
It's a shortcut. Yeah.
So in your hotbar, you should have been given a bunch of random items. Okay.
Yeah.
One of them should be like some sort of
Mighty.
Yeah, I hope it has crazy shit like that, but I honestly don't know. I'm liking Two Rivers.
Inside the rack houses of Jim Beam, thousands of barrels lay silent.
I always want to skip this commercial. I just can't bring myself to do it, man. Mila Kunis is just too fucking fine.
It only comes from being aged 4 long years. At Jim Beam, our history's made from the inside. How will you make yours? And we're proud to
At
McDonald's?
Yeah, I can't eat McDonald's.
I'm not a Burger King guy.
I can't eat them either. If I eat at those places, I have to eat something chicken or fish. I just know that burger is just, who knows what the fuck is in
Oh,
there.
yeah. Well, you don't go there for that.
Yeah. I know, but
Why would you start serving salads? If I'm gonna go to a salad bar, I'm not gonna go to your stupid place with the playroom next to it.
Because you're stuck. If you're stuck somewhere and there's only one thing to eat, like if you're on a truck stop on the highway and it's just a McDonald's, try to get something with some kind of vitamins in it.
Dude, you know what they're like? They're like, you know when like a filthy comic decides he's gonna work clean? That's what they're doing. Alright? In McDonald's, you work blue.
That's the
Okay?
best. When you see a filthy comic trying out for the Tonight Show, their fucking act is empty. It's like an empty box.
No, you can do it though. You can do it, but it's not like, look, if you're just
Not you.
look, if you're just being dirty because it's punching up your jokes, that's one thing. Alright? But if it's really how you are, I mean, how I talk on stage is how I talk. That's how I talk. So for me to go up there and actually to work clean and do all of that is me being a character.
Yeah.
So that's why I just, when, like, I think, you know, George Carlin, you could consider that guy blue.
Sure.
Prior, those guys were fucking brilliant. As Bill Cosby, you know, Bill Cosby himself is, like, to me, is like arguably the greatest special of all fucking time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a shame what he did after the specials.
Or before.
Or before.
It's during. Yeah, I mean, I guess he's just always doing that.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Do you think, and this is something
I think you
heard
and I are the
back
last two that he never tried to roofie. I feel left out.
Tom Herrera says that too.
Oh, he's he always gets there
Yeah,
first.
he's already on stage with that.
He always gets there first.
But do you think that, you know how we were talking about your mom, you know, could pull you over and spank you on the highway? Like, someone could do that. Like, my mom could say that. Like, I didn't even realize what my mom was saying was fucked up until her brother goes, Jesus Christ, what the fuck are you saying? She would just yell at me, well, I'm going to break both your fucking legs. And my uncle was like, Jesus, don't talk to the fucking kid like that. And then I was like, yeah, that is kind of fucked up. But I didn't even think anything of it because I was 7.
Normal. Yeah.
It's normal. Do you think that back in Cosby's day, like back in the 60s, do you think that that was a regular thing? That people just would roofie chicks, or they would give them Quaaludes, or they would give them a Mickey? They used to call it dropping a Mickey. Do you think that that was like a more normal thing?
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
I have no
either.
idea, but I do know back then there was all that. What were you wearing? Well, what did you think was going to happen?
Yeah.
I mean, it was really. It was, yeah, dude. It was. I mean, all of that frat boy shit. All of that reputation was earned.
Yeah.
Just some of the dude. I've talked to guys like 10 years older than me, and they tell me like half the shit that they, you know, not half the shit, but a sizable chunk of some of their stories with the hazing and shit they did with chicks. It'd be like, dude, you guys would all be in fucking jail, man.
For a long time.
Yeah, like the 70s. Those guys that came of age in the 70s.
Yeah.
I remember, oh God, I'm not gonna name names. I remember one night, I'm riding in the car, it was me and another comic, and this other comic who was older. And we were driving, killing time, we started telling pussy stories. Dude, and this guy's stories, every fucking other story, me and the other comic would look at each other like, dude, what the fuck? One of his stories ended with, yeah, there were a lot of no's that night. Just like, dude, what the... We literally changed the subject.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and he was sitting there laughing because, like, to him, that was what was done. So, you know, I don't, anybody that says from back then that was done to them, after just listening to that guy talking about the 70s, I'm like, Jesus Christ, what the 60s were like. So I believe, you know, all of them.
Yeah, I think that's what, I think the behavior that people have, if you watch like those old movies where men would smack women all the time. I mean, it was all the time. You know, someone would say something and backhand them, shut up.
Dude, there was no pedophiles back then. They were considered dirty old men. Stay away, he's a dirty old man. That guy's a drunk, he's a bum. It was very just sort of broadly defined.
Yeah. There wasn't even like a Catholic pedophile scandal back then. Was there?
and that's when it was going on.
We knew about it, right? We knew there were certain priests you had to stay away from.
Dude, this is so beyond anything that I even investigate. I have no fucking idea. I just, in general, I adhere to the thing that we're basically hairless apes that can drive a car. I mean, I really just think that's how we, like, when they first discovered that chimpanzees, like, ate other monkeys, and that when they fucking killed a monkey, they got off on it, and they were almost like walking around talking shit about what they did. It's just like, I saw this thing where they taught this one chimpanzee how to do sign language, and within like a fucking month, his ego went through the roof. Thing started sexually assaulting other fucking. It was like acting like it got its own show. It was unreal. It was walking around like some spoiled star. And when I just see the behavior of those fucking things, and I saw when this chimpanzee caught this other smaller monkey, right? And he's standing on the fucking thing. He's up in a tree, and the thing can't move. And rather than killing it, it was just taking its index finger and its thumb was just digging meat out of the thing's back, and the thing was screaming, and the fucking chimp was getting off on like torturing this thing to death, and it really was like it was fucking depressing to watch. I'm like, we're so much of that is in it. Like, I really believe that. I'm a pessimistic guy when it comes to that shit.
Well, I mean, that's undeniable when it comes to chimps, and we are a close relative to chimps. That when they found that video, when they first started filming that, I think that was a David Attenborough nature documentary. I might be wrong, but when they first filmed it, that was the first time they realized that chimps even ate meat. Like,
Yeah,
they didn't even know.
No.
They eat monkeys all the time. It's like one of their favorite things to eat, and they have these sophisticated ways of capturing them.
Did you see all that?
Yeah.
Where they flush it out and everything, and then they surround it, and then they just get, dude. And the way they, in the end, like, they're all amped up when they killed the fucking thing, like, like,
and
I
they
was just...
eat them like from the asshole first. They eat their guts. Like, they pull them apart. Like, they hold on to their body, and they pull, like, there's a video of one, like, literally biting it through the hips and, like, pulling it apart from the
still
hips.
alive?
Oh yeah, it's screaming. It's got this little face and these little hands, and it's screaming, and this chimp is just eating it alive. I mean, that's our closest relative. It's crazy. But you know what else is crazy?
Gross,
our
man.
other closest
This really
relative.
just made me feel fucked up just visualizing that.
You can watch it. We can pull it up.
No. I saw the back one. I had to shut it off. It was on YouTube.
There's a bunch of them now. They've caught quite a few videos of it now. But what's more fucked up is...
Fucking hate chimpanzees now.
But those other chimps,
I think
the
they should be able to
bonobos,
live, but I don't want anywhere. I don't want to be anywhere near one.
they're scary. They're very scary. We didn't, we had this idea that they weren't scary because of BJ and the Bear and all that.
Tarzan.
Yeah, all that stupid shit from television. We decided they were these peaceful banana eating. We thought they ate bananas until like a decade ago. We didn't even know.
Do you ever hear why they're so strong? I saw this whole fucking thing. Is the way when their brain fires a message to whatever the nerve endings or whatever, when they can't do, obviously they can't sit down and like play a guitar, like they don't have that type of thing. It's just like when they want their right arm to do things, like all the muscles from the tip of their fingers all the way to their shoulder, all the way to their back or whatever. I mean, I think you're using those anyways, but like our stuff is more like precision. Their shit is just like fucking, it's like a defensive blitz, like everybody's fucking coming. So, I mean, I don't know. I just realized halfway through that it was beyond my fucking understanding of the human body. But evidently, like they just say, like just giant, like areas of muscle all just enact at the same fucking time. So
Have you ever seen what one looks like without their hair?
they're jacked, right?
Oh my God! Pull up a hairless chimp. 'Cause
I
sometimes
know,
they
but
get
you know
mange.
something. But you look at it, but they don't outweigh you. So you feel like, all right, you
Right.
fucker. It's no biting, no biting. All right. I ought to be able to come out of a dojo, right, with a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. And if you looked at the fucking weight difference,
Look at that. Look at his balls. Jesus Christ! Look at the size of the sack on that guy.
dude, that looks like Ivan Putski.
Polish power. WWE.
That guy.
Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
God, dude, look at those fucking hands. Oh, now you know what? Now I don't wonder.
Yeah, look at the size of the arms. Fucker. Yeah, he's probably 170, 180 pounds. Probably like as big as a man, but the strength they have is just unbelievable. I had a baby monkey on me. A baby chimp on me once on news radio. This episode that they brought in a bunch of animals for the scene. He was a baby. He was like 2 years old. And this little guy was on top of me, and he just started hitting me in the back. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, it didn't make any sense.
Was it testing you?
No, he just beat my ass. This little tiny thing just decided to start beating my ass. I mean, he was little. Like, I could pick him up and I could hold him like this. But I knew, like, just from this 2-year-old chimp, that if he decided to just fucking go crazy on me, I would have to fight for my life. This little 2-year-old chimp.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
2-year-old person beat the fuck out of a 2-year-old. Every 2-year-old on earth doesn't stand a chance.
Because we're so slow.
Yeah. Well,
I used to do a bit of how, like, if a fucking squirrel ran up your arm and started eating your ear, like, how far that thing would get before you even just grabbed its tail.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't even know what to do. Like, everything, snakes, just lightning quick. Like,
Yeah.
how fucking, like, the fastest hands in boxing is nothing compared to reptilian speed.
Yeah. Yeah. They're fucking strong. They don't have any fat either. There's a theory because of that. It's called the aquatic ape theory. They think that people evolved around water, and it's one of the reasons why you throw a baby in the water, they close their mouth and they hold their breath immediately, and they can actually kind of float up to the top. I don't know.
Have you tried that?
I've only watched
I
videos.
just pictured people in lab coats just grabbing babies by, like, the back of their pants and just throwing them in the pool. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. Look at that.
But if you throw a chimp in the water, they drown. If you throw like a baby chimp in the water, they just start breathing water. They don't know what the fuck to do. But babies instinctively hold their breath.
All right,
Baby humans.
Did you see that video of those chimps fucking with, like, that otter or some shit? It's one
No.
of those overseas zoos where they just stick animals together that fight because they don't give a fuck. I don't know why. There's no way with PETA and shit you can do that in this country. It was some sort of fucking otter or
They do that
some
in
shit.
China. They'll put like a bear in with a lion.
Yeah. And then watch it as they
Yeah.
eat some fucking yak.
Just
Go
go video
nad.
of it.
Because I think it makes a dick hard. That was very stereotypical. So, this fucking otter, or whatever the fuck it was, sea lion, I don't even know what it was. They kept slapping the fucking thing, like the thing was slapping your back. And whatever.
Nah, I just picked a
They
Plat.
got hold of one of them. And they just fucking dragged it. And the monkeys were flipping out and they couldn't save it. Dragged it into the fucking water and they drowned it.
The otter?
Yeah, or whatever the fuck it was. It
A
was
seal or something?
It was something like that.
Dragged the chimp into the water and drowned it?
Bit it and fucking
Whoa.
dragged the fucking thing in there, and the fucking monkeys were flipping out, and I, on such a sadistic level, enjoyed that video. Like, yeah, you fuckers, because I don't like bullies, and I just felt like they were bullying whatever the fuck was in the water. This is gonna torture your listeners, because I can't remember what animal it was, because like I said, I was probably doing 20 different things at once, and I watched that. I don't know, if you go on there, monkey versus something, eventually you ought to get to it.
Was it a chimp or a monkey?
No, it wasn't a chimp. It wasn't
So
big
smaller.
enough. If it was a baby one, like a, I don't know,
Like a-
smaller.
okay, I think
It was small enough that this little brown thing could drag it in the water. That's the best you're gonna get out of me. I would be the worst witness in a bank robbery. They had legs, and they were yelling a lot.
Pretty sure they were people.
Yeah. And I think they got what they wanted because they left. Does that help you guys out?
There's a lot of those fucking videos out there too. If you go, bear versus, or chimp versus, or tiger versus.
Oh, I watch them all the time. I watch slap fights. You know what's the funniest thing
Slap
ever?
fights. What slap fights?
Just people, it always ends up in a real fight. Or somebody gets knocked out. It's just I stand with my hands behind my back, you go first, and you just wind up and slap me in the face.
What?
And then it's my turn, whoever quits first. So there's always that one guy who slaps with this meaty part here and catches you on the jaw.
Yeah.
And then the person gets knocked out. You know one of my favorite things is the people when they scream World Star. Like at this point, they're so excited that they're finally part of it, that they filmed another human being getting knocked out. Like the level, they're like, World Star! They just fucking goes through the, I'm sorry to you listeners, how fucking high up and bitchy their voice goes, and they scream it like 20 fucking times.
It's amazing that one site became the spot where you would go watch
Because
people
they
get their
have the
asses
most epic fucking knock. It's just not like they, you know what it is with them is they had a standard. Like you couldn't just get knocked out. You had like the base level is knocked the fuck out, all the way up to like, I guess, is that guy dead? I mean, it's fucking insane.
There's some brutal ones.
Yeah, there are, without a doubt. Like I have a certain, like my thing is I like if two people are squaring off, they go at it and one person gets knocked out, and after they're knocked out, that's it. I can watch those, but like when the person's on the ground and then they catch like another 2-3,
Or they kick them when they're down. There's a horrible video of this one guy who was drunk and he was mouthing off to all these people, and one guy stepped up to him and knocked him out. And after he knocked him out, while he was laying on his back, people came over, they pulled his pants down, people started kicking him in the face while he was unconscious. And then he was like making these horrible moaning noises, and guys would just run up and punt him in the face. Not just one, like many people.
I fucked up. I just destroyed a shit ton of homes.
He could have easily died. He could have easily died.
No, there was that kid, knocked out that kid. The kid was getting bullied by the other kid. He knocked him out, and he was like, I don't know, in the area where the kid hit the classic thing. He hit his back of his head, and he went into a coma, and he died.
That happened with a guy that Kevin James worked with. Kevin James worked as a bouncer in Long Island, and one of the guys he worked with got in a fight with a drunk, KO'd him, knocked him out. The guy fell back, hit his head on the curb, dead. And the guy wound up doing time. You know, I mean, he was just stupid fucking, $10 an hour job as a bouncer. And maybe shouldn't have hit the guy. Maybe should. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what the circumstances were.
I can't picture Kevin James as a bouncer. He's such a sweetheart of a guy.
He can fight.
I know he can fight.
He's a tough guy. I mean, you don't think that looking at him, but Kevin James hits hard.
No, I wasn't saying that. I'm just saying he's such like a nice guy.
He's a nice guy, but he's got to switch. Like if people pissed him off, you wouldn't want to be. He's a fucking gorilla, that guy. Because he's this sweetheart. He does all this like physical comedy and laughing and joking around. But he's like,
no, I opened with him a long time ago.
5'10", 250.
Right.
Yeah.
Like certain people become like bouncers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like they want to fight, and they like. I had a couple buddies of mine from high school, and on a slow night, they would just walk up to somebody and just say, "All right, you got to go." You got to go. And they would just escort them just because it was funny to them.
So they pretend to be a bouncer?
No. They were bouncers, but if it was a slow night,
they would just
walk. They'd pick some nerdy guy and just say, "Listen, you got to go. And just watch the guy." And then every once in a while, they'd get somebody that would get upset and would start fighting, and then they would beat the shit out of them. Would just be like, that doesn't sound like a good time to me. I saw a guy one time in Boston, right? He got into this fucking fight, and the fucking bouncers came in and grabbed him. And I remember they just picked him up by his fucking neck, two guys, and just started running with him. It was the worst security because there was all these people that had to scamper to get out of the way. And they're running with this guy. Like, I swear to God, the guy's head was like 9 feet in the air, and he was up there like going, all right, screaming all right, as they're running across, and all the dance floor is partying. And they got to the fucking door where they were going to go out, and the door was only like 8 feet high. Oh, no. So like his shoulders and head were above it, and they were running like a 440, and just boom, he folded in half. And then they just threw him out into the street. And I remember even back then just going like, that was so fucking overly excessive. And if I was running this club, I would be like, dude, do you realize that you almost just ran over 80 innocent people? I mean, at this point, dude, I'm 47. So like my idea of the way young people think is from fucking 25 years ago. So like my idea of what a bouncer is. And to me, they were just guys who used to beat the shit out of people and, in school, and now just wanted to do it for a living,
Yeah, it was definitely that. I think Kevin got the job, though, because his kung fu instructor, Kevin used to be really into martial arts, and his kung fu instructor worked there, and he got him the job. It was just like a thing that he needed. I think he quit when all this was going on. When I was 19, I worked as not a bouncer, but I guess like a security person at this place called Great Woods Center for, you know what Great Woods is?
I saw Eddie Murphy on the Raw tour.
Did you really?
I saw Rodney Dangerfield right after back to school, and he got big.
Dude, I was probably working there. When you saw Rodney Dangerfield, I was probably working backstage, because that was when Rodney was wearing a bathrobe. Was it those days?
That's when his hair was like yellow, almost orange.
Did he have a bathrobe on?
No, I think he came out in tux.
Oh, really?
I can't remember. I remember Eddie came out in the blue suit, but go ahead.
I saw Bill Cosby there too. Bill Cosby was there. I saw Kinnison there, like right after his first special. That was interesting because Kinnison did his HBO special. His HBO special was fucking giant, right? It was the biggest, but then he had to write a whole new album, and he didn't have a whole new album. And it was kind of obvious. Like you could see, like there's a lot of filler. And I remember thinking, like, wow, this is interesting. Like I hadn't even thought about doing stand-up yet, because it's like 1986. Right. But I remember seeing him, I was going, whoa, like this guy doesn't even have he doesn't have like the jokes. Like Carl LeBeau would go on before him, was a couple other guys too, I think. And Carl had a pretty good act, you know. But Carl's act, his act was might not have been as good as Kinnison's was back in the day, like, you know, during the HBO special time. But it was tight, like you could tell. His punchlines were solid. He knew where he was going with it. But with Kinnison, you could tell that he was like kind of filling time. You know, it wasn't there anymore. You know, because he had worked for probably 10 plus years on that 1 hour.
I never saw a guy like so adversely affected by fame. Maybe because I was such a fan of his, just watching, like, he kind of was every cliche. What killed me is when he died, was he was getting sober and he was gonna turn it around. I thought. No,
he died with coke in his system.
Like I said, I mean, you know, the guy.
He had coke in his system when he died. His autopsy revealed that he had done coke. I think he died. The ironic thing, he was killed by a drunk driver. Because he used to do that bit. We're gonna drink, we're gonna drive, we're gonna pull it off. You know why? Because we do it every fucking night.
Yeah.
That was like one of his things. Like, that was one of his filler bits. You know, after his just the first shit was so good. Like the homosexual necrophiliacs and the fucking starving kids in Africa. Oh.
There's a clip of him early on YouTube where he doesn't have control of the yelling yet. So it's really just like, you know, because like he learned by the time of the HBO special, he knew how to bring it down, right?
Yeah.
And stuff to come in and just fucking launch and then go back to being quiet again. There's a great one where you're watching him. The clip you see, it's before he quite has it figured out. He's just way more yelling than he needs to do. But I get chills when I watch the video because it's just like this guy is like knows he's on to something.
I don't know how to
he has
fucking
like sunglasses on stage.
how I
He's
want
got like
to
driving
set
gloves.
the
It's
entrance
before
to
the
the
trench
city,
coat
you know what I'm saying?
and all that.
Oh, I've seen that video. He has a comb over.
Yeah, he had a brutal comb over. Thank God he went to the hat.
Yeah,
That was a
the
brutal-
beret.
Yeah, the beret, yeah.
And in the end, he switched from the beret to like these rock and roll Poison style bandanas.
It sucks to say, but I want all my
Yeah, those
industrial to be by the
crazy
water.
bandanas, and they would get long, and his hair was long, and the whole thing.
Yeah,
he
he got big.
really fat.
He got big.
So fat.
Nah, he just every indulgence. He just. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, he's one of those guys that probably, you know, his autobiography would be like 12 books.
Yeah, his biography is good. It's called Brother Bill. It's by his brother Bill wrote it. It's called Brother Sam, My Brother Sam.
Oh, I gotta read that.
It's really good because it talks about how he had a head injury, like a bad head injury. He was hit by a car when he was a little kid, and it changed him totally. It's one of the things that happens to people that have head injuries. Like sometimes they get crazy impulsive, and they lose like whatever personality they used to have.
Comics
goes
are
away.
insane.
Yeah, completely.
Fucking insane.
Yeah,
Insane
completely.
people.
But he got hit by a car, got all fucked up, and when he got out of it, when he healed up, he was just this fucking maniac. Just didn't give a shit. It was like the devil into him or something like that. He was just a wild man. Just had no impulse control. Just was going crazy, and it was also when he was trying to be a preacher too. So like it sort of fueled his preaching.
Yeah, man.
It's really good. It's a really good book because his brother Bill is very honest in it, and he even talks about Sam. Sam stopped writing. He was just partying all the time. He wasn't coming up with new material. And he talked about how Sam, before he made it, was just this machine. It was just like he was partying a lot, but he was also working on his act, and it was important to him. And, you know, and then
Oh yeah, the difference between his first and second Letterman, you can already see the fame thing coming in.
Yeah,
His first Letterman is just fucking, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
the Rodney Dangerfield one though, when he was on the Rodney Dangerfield special, that was it. That was just boom.
You know, the owner of Dangerfield, Tony, told me one night that, you know, how they used to just let Sam do whatever he wanted, but it was just fucking crazy. One night he went on stage. It probably isn't funny now because of all the shit that's happening in the world, but he was standing with his trench coat in front of this late night crowd, right? Probably a half full Dangerfield, you know? And he's just sitting there and he had his hands in his pockets. He just came on stage, right? And he's going, look at you people. You guys just sitting there drinking, you know? You guys on a date, you having a good time. You're just sitting there. How do you guys know what I have under this coat? How do you not know that I don't have two 12 gauges under this fucking coat? I could just bring them up and just fucking blow all your brains out. And he didn't let him. He just kept going with that. And going and going. Gradually people started getting up and fucking walking out. And he just kept, you know, that low, evil fucking voice
Yeah.
he would do? He just kept doing, how do you know? How do you know? If you were just kind of fucking looking around and gradually, and Tony was telling me, going, yeah, he fucking walked like half the room. He goes, I was pissed because they were buying drinks or everything, but, you know, and he, hey, you know, that's how Sam was, but, you know, it ended up working out. You end up getting a good bit out of it or something, but he used to, like, to me, what I think is cool about that is the 80s just seemed like it was so much like, you know, so many comics that were just, because they needed a warm body, were actually getting, like, TV credits. And to know that it just wasn't all fucking big hair and, you know, what's the deal with this and what's the deal with that, that there was actually a fucking guy doing that.
Taking crazy chances. Yeah.
Well, that's one of those things. You're just going up there, you're sick of your fucking act. You're hating people or whatever. You just feel like doing that. But I never had the nerve to start walking the crowd. I never did that. I was like, all right, dude, I'm supposed to do a job here.
Did you ever listen to The Day the Laughter Died? The Dice Play special?
God, I love that. I love that album.
It's great. It's a 2-disc album, like a 2-disc CD of him bombing at Dangerfields, unannounced. Decided to film or record his comedy CD after he did Dice Rules, right? It was the first one just called Dice, right? First one just called Dice. The first one was
I
a
fucking
monster.
love that album.
The Day the Laughter Died is him going up to a crowd of tourists. They have no idea he's going to be there. There's not that many people in the crowd. It sounds like there's probably like 50 people in the whole fucking room. And he's just ad-libbing.
He's been on fucking
He's
grid
ad-libbing.
system,
He
so I
doesn't
can
give a
see if
fuck.
I'm making
And I
straight
remember
roads
this
or
one
not.
guy gets up, and as he's leaving, the guy's leaving, he goes, "You're about as funny as a glass of milk." Like, that's what the guy said to him.
But as funny as that line. I just remember my favorite one was when he was talking about how not to get into a relationship. Remember that bit?
No, how did he do it?
He was just, I can't listen to it in years, but he was just being like, you know, you meet some chick, you know, you like her, you take her out, you wine her, you dine her, and all this shit, saying she's not going to fuck you, so you just keep taking her out until you're going to fuck her. So then, as she finally lets you, you meet her parents and all that, you're banging away, and as you're banging her, you're thinking, ah, fuck. Now I'm in a relationship with this girl. She thinks I like her. He goes, this is how you get out of it. He goes, you keep tagging her, and right before you come, you go, okay, sweetheart, get ready for the gook. Something like that. Or here comes the gook. I remember listening to that by myself, and I literally fell off the couch. It was so fucking gross, and so... It was just so, like, I can't even describe it. It was one of my favorite fucking, now, I saw him at the Worcester Centrum.
Wow.
At the height of, when he first, right after that New Year's Eve special that he had.
88, 89?
88, I saw him like November 88, so it was just like, you know, everybody, like the end of 87, all right, Happy New Year, see everybody. Or maybe it was 89. It might have been 89. Maybe his thing. I remember he had some special that came out towards the end of one of those years, and I was working in a warehouse unloading trucks and shit, and we were all just like, and just one of those classic moments back then when there was only so many channels, so we were just like, all right, see you later. Nobody said, I'm watching that Dice shit. But we came back Monday, everybody had saw it, and it was just weird. It felt like everybody you knew saw it. Somehow everybody fucking saw it, right? And then he became the biggest thing ever, and I went and I saw him, and there was an unknown Eddie Griffin opened.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking, like, I think, believe it or not, I'm like a year older than him, or he started really young.
Eddie Griffin?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Eddie's not even 50. That guy's like 46, 47. You can Google it, man, something like that. But
Wow.
he opened up, and people were being rude and booing. I was doing the same thing. Oh, bring on Dice. Like, I thought it'd make... so I kind of deserved the Philly thing. But I thought that Dice would be backstage going, yeah, these guys really like us. Like, it didn't dawn on me, like, hey, maybe he's friends with Eddie and he respects his comedy, which now I know that was the case. And I just remember Dice came out, and he came out and he did, like, 10 nursery rhymes that we had all heard. So he would do the beginning, and then everyone would yell out the punchline. And then he got to a certain point, he'd be like, oh, that's good, you did your homework. Well, I, too, have also been working. And then he just busted out like 5 new ones, dude. And it was the sickest fucking thing. That place was going crazy. There was something, some Starlight, Starbright, something. I just remember it ended my girlfriend's twat. The pun twat is such a funny fucking word.
See, I don't know where I want to...
The place, dude, I'm telling you, like
zone.
murdering. Just
Yeah.
murdering this place.
This-
I never got a chance to see
The
him live.
waterline's so
I only saw him
goddamn
live
far.
once
The
I started
intro's
working at the store and
Fuck
saw him
this
there.
board.
We went to see him live. Me and Norton and Bobby Kelly and Anthony from Opie and Anthony and Red Band went to see him live at the Riviera like a few years ago.
Oh, okay.
In the upstairs room, in that big room upstairs. It was fucking awesome. We were in town for the UFC. I wasn't working on Friday night, and they were like, Tice is in town. Let's go. So we went and got a steak like gentlemen, went to a nice restaurant, had a great time, had some wine, clinked glasses, got in a limo, went to the Dice show. Oh, it was fucking legendary.
That's fucking great.
It was so much fun. But he still does like a little bit of nursery rhymes and stuff, but he's got a bunch of new shit now. But the thing that was different about him than anybody else was that it was good that you knew the bits. Like you could sing them like a song. Like you would yell them out like, "What's in the bowl, bitch?"
Right.
Oh! Everybody would go crazy.
No, he was giving you what you wanted.
Yeah.
And then he was also still moving it forward.
Yeah.
So it was, yeah. And the new ones were every bit as good as the other ones, and they were new. And then you were trying to remember them. So I remember you go to the warehouse and tell him, he's got new ones. Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Isn't it crazy though? Because back then there was no YouTube. You had to like go see it on.
You had to
something.
remember shit. Yeah, you had to go see it and all. And that was another thing too. When there was so few channels, even then there was still like 80 channels or whatever. But like there was always those things. Like nobody said, "I'm watching that Dangerfield."